Alright, what is up, Raider Nation? Let's try this again. So update on the last situation. So, in case you guys missed it, I tried doing this same exact video which I'm doing right now. I tried doing the same exact video around 2 o'clock this today. It is now, what time is it? It's like 4:30 right now, almost 5 o'clock in the evening. And there is still nothing fixed in my area. Comcast still hasn't sent out their person. And like I said in my video when I commented for you guys for an update, I said that the earliest they could get somebody out here is probably the 31st if it wasn't fixed by today. So that means that this laptop over here that I'm sitting right next to won't be able to record for you guys for the next week or so. Terrible, man. Terrible. But, I mean, what are you going to do? This happens in my area about 3 times a month, guys. It freaking sucks. Okay. It's like, okay, so, and I'm not supposed to give too much away, but like, I live almost closer to where, like, there's a lot of, so I live close to where the power tower is in my area, where they just have all the power stuff. So pretty much what happens is that area is gated. So pretty much what happens is since the area is gated, you got the power lines in the middle. Usually here in my area, it's a pretty small area. People don't know how to drive. Okay, let's just put it that way. And usually, about three times a month, there's one incident that just kills everything, and it's right there in that area. And so what happens is somebody drives too fast, meaning 2 cars crash, and and so the power lines just get all messed up because they push force onto the power lines, which causes everything to go. Right? So everything just goes after that, and that's how it is. They said that if they don't get it fixed by today, the earliest they can get it fixed is by Friday the 31st, which is next week. Pathetic, but I mean, what you gonna do? So unfortunately, we can't be doing it. We can't do a live stream today, which is fine. This is always the worst case scenario, but yeah, let's get into the Raider news. Today we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Vegas Stadium update. There was a delay. Derek Carr got one of his FRESNO teammates back on the Raiders. We signed one of his FRESNO State teammates. Roster cuts, roster signings, and more. That's all I got for you guys today. But let's get into it. Once again, I do apologize for the technical difficulties, and I appreciate you guys standing by for the last hour and a half. I really do. Okay, here we go. So yeah, that was my update on the little technical situation. That's what happened. And if you look on my laptop right now, it's not there. Our alarm system's not working. Our phones aren't working. Our phone lines aren't working. The internet's aren't working. I don't even have a hotspot on my phone because my dad didn't even buy the package where it includes the hotspot, sadly. So, yeah. So we're here now. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into the Raider news. Hopefully there will be no nose explosions or technical difficulty issues. So here we go. So let's get into the news. All right. First of all, let's talk about some roster transactions. So the Raiders yesterday signed Mike Glennon. In case you guys don't know who Mike Glennon is, he was the backup for the Cardinals. He was the backup of Josh Rosen last year, and he appeared in 2 games for them. And I know Bears fans know who he is. Bears fans better know who he is. Better known as the $42 million man who they thought was a franchise quarterback. I mean, who pays Mike Glennon that much money? When I read that, I was like, boy. I was just like, why the heck did you sign Mike Glennon to that kind of money? It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. And then they cut him a year later. So now they still owe him like 2 years left of his contract. So I don't even know how much he's getting paid by Chicago, but I would love to know. So, yeah. And then he got drafted by the Buccaneers. Anyway, he's a solid backup. And I don't understand why people are complaining. People are saying that he's a camp arm and that Nathan Peterman's going to be our backup. First of all, I think Gruden would be really stupid to let Peterman be the backup. Oh, my God. Could you imagine Peterman? Oh. But Glennon, we got him for half the price that we got AJ McCarron for in that trade. So, I mean, that's a win-win for the Raiders. Mike Glennon is a solid backup. He's a solid backup. He is a solid backup. So, I like that move. And now, the Fresno State guy. Okay, so Raiders signed safety Curtis Riley, I believe his name is. He was on the Fresno State team in CARR's freshman year, and then he transferred to Florida after that. I don't know why, but hopefully this move spells the end of Reggie Nelson. I'm telling you guys what, if it happens before we get my Wi-Fi fixed, or or after, regardless, I'm gonna make a video where we're gonna sit there and we're gonna just gag about Reggie Nelson. We're gonna make fun of Reggie Nelson. We're gonna celebrate the release of Reggie Nelson because that man old as dirt. I mean, I know he played good for us against Cleveland in Week 4 last year. That game was epic, by the way. But yeah, so, but Curtis Riley, yeah, he's all right. He's a nice depth. Maybe he could help out LaMarcus Joyner and Carl Joseph, but who knows? The Raiders also ended up signing Nevin Lawson from the Lions for a 1-year, $3 million deal. Also, I forgot to mention Mike Glennon's deal. Mike Glennon's deal is a 1 year, $2 million with $2 million in incentives. Not too bad, but I think that's kind of a lot for a backup. I was expecting a 1 year, $1 million deal, like straight up. But I mean, do what you want to do, Raiders. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. So, yeah. And so then we also signed Nevin Lawson, who was a corner for the Lions. Now, the interesting thing is, too, is that he, not only does he not have one interception in his whole entire 5-year career so far, but he was kind of more like that reserve guy for the Lions. And, yeah, he really didn't do much, but he was a starter, so, you know. But he played decent, you know. I see him as a number 3, maybe, because Garrett Conley's going to be our number 1. We're probably going to draft somebody, so that's going to be our number 2. And then Nevin Lawson, maybe our number 3? Who knows? Now, this is kind of essentially like a trade, honestly. Because yesterday, Rashawn Melvin signed with the Lions on a 1-year, $3.5 million deal. And Lions fans are ecstatic because they think they're actually getting something good in the scrub. The Lions fans, all I gotta say is enjoy that roller coaster, enjoy the drama, enjoy the scrub, enjoy the whining, enjoy the Twitter beef, enjoy it all, because he's no longer ours. Enjoy it, Lions. Enjoy it. Y'all guys will really enjoy it. And that was kind of disgusting. There you go. So, enjoy it, Lions. Goodbye, scrub. You weren't good to us anyway. Rashawn Melvin was one of the many cancers in our locker room this past year. He started a beef with John Gruden after the game in London last year, if you guys didn't remember. But actually, I'm gonna go off topic here. Rashawn Melvin actually posted on Instagram about an hour ago saying, "I am very grateful for the Raiders and he said the Oakland organization. Forgot the Raiders. The Oakland organization." For giving me the opportunity to wear the silver and black. The silver and black is always something I wanted to wear for my whole entire childhood. And then he says, and he wasn't kidding here, this is a fact. He says, "I feel like I let that organization and their fan base down." No kidding, dude. No kidding. We signed you to a 1-year, $8 million deal, and I was sitting over here thinking you were going to be a number 1 corner for like the next 5-6 years. Ugh. What happened there? Scrub. So, I mean, Rashawn Melvin, yeah, you're such a liar. Whatever. Let's see, what else do I got here? Oh, and then we also signed Jordan Davi from the Chiefs. He is the Mongo Feliciano replacement, essentially. He does the same exact things that Mongo does. I wish we kept Mongo, but I mean, I would, a lot of people view him as a starter, and you know what? Give him his chance. Give him his chance. Why not? Guy deserves it, I think. So, good luck to him in Buffalo. I hope he starts. I'll be rooting for him all the way. See what else. Yeah, I'll be rooting for him all the way. I hope he does well. So now Jordan Dobby is basically like the Mongo Feliciano. He's like a clone. He has played guard, center, some tackle in his experience in the NFL. So he's basically an all-around player on the offensive line. Gadget player. That's the same thing that Mongo was. So, I mean, nice replacement. It's a 1 year, $1.5 million deal for him. So, yep. That's pretty much it for all the Raider. Oh, shoot. I wanted to talk about something else. In sad news, the Raiders did lose Jared Cook to the Saints, to the New Orleans Saints. He signed a deal with the New Orleans Saints. He was asked about it at the owners' meeting, and I got some interesting takes here about this Jared Cook thing, okay? Listen. So the Raiders have $27 million in the cap room. Okay. Jared Cook signed for a 1 year, $7.2 million deal with the Saints. Huh? Did this guy not just say that he wanted $40 million in a full contract? Did he not say that he did the Raiders not offer him $12 million per year? Did they not? So I'm thinking that maybe his asking price was too high, which I think he deserves that kind of money. But I feel like his asking price was too high, and then his value just diminished. So he just had to take what was there for him, which is totally understandable. But here's my next dilemma. The Raiders could have easily shoved out $7 million for a year. That's nothing. They had all the pennies in the universe to do that. That is nothing. I'm very disappointed that Mayock and Gruden didn't do that. But at the same time, they also might have a plan. So, and now to Jared Cook. Here's another one. Here's my other hot take. Is, why didn't you just take the higher offer that the Raiders were giving you? They were going to give you $12 million per year. You were going to get $12 million for about maybe 3 or 4 years. Instead, you got 1 year for $7 million and said that you couldn't wait to catch passes from Drew Brees. A little fishy if you ask me. I don't know. I mean, but that's obviously not my take anymore. He was asked at the owners' meeting. Somehow he got into the owners' meetings. If he was surprised to leave Oakland. And he said, yeah, I am. But it's a business. There'll always be my guys down there. So it's obvious that he didn't want to leave. But the thing is, he didn't have to. He could have taken the $12 million per year. I don't understand it. And then that's when he said, I can't wait to catch passes from Drew Brees, and he's got a storied career. Alright, whatever. I really wanted him back, but what are you going to do? With this, I fully expect the Raiders to draft a tight end. If we don't, there's going to be some issues. With me, I'm going to have some issues with it, and probably all the Raider Nation. Because he's a solid tight end. Anyways, Jared Cook, I want to say thank you for your time with the Raiders. Raider Nation will miss you. Good luck in the rest of your career. I know you're 31 years old, but you still got it. Thank you for being our leading receiver for the past 2 years. Thank you for being Derek Carr's only outlet for the past 2 years. You will be missed. Good luck. That's all I got to say. I just wish he would have taken the higher money. Because, I mean, come on. Oh, well. That's pretty much all the transaction news I got for you guys today, Raider Nation. I want to do this quickly, but then I don't because I don't want to sit here and edit a long video. So that's pretty much it for that in that aspect. Now let's talk about the stadium. So the Vegas Stadium is supposed to open next year, and if in the case if it doesn't, the Raiders. Sorry guys, my nose is itchy for some reason. In the case that it isn't ready, the Raiders ended up signing a extra lease year for us to play there play in Oakland in 2020 if it isn't rain. By the way, they finally passed the Oakland stadium plan for the Raiders to play there one more year, so we're straight. We're gonna be the Oakland Raiders next year, one more time. Let me see what I got here. So yeah, that's always nice. But apparently it got delayed. And apparently it got delayed because they didn't get the correct order of steel. Steel is like metal you used to build stuff like houses or workshops or any kind of complexes. And apparently they didn't get enough of that. Which they need a lot because, I mean, one, the Raiders' colors are silver and black. Two, it's going to build the stadium in its own right. So, I mean. So apparently there's going to be a delay. But only by 4 days. Woo! So hopefully they get everything straightened out. I really don't want... I was talking to my mom this morning about the same exact thing. But I told her, like, I don't want them to push it back even more because the Raiders need to get out of that dump hole. I mean, yes, it's a storied Coliseum. I will always love the Oakland Coliseum. But you got to get with the times, man. That stadium's going to end up falling on somebody. Somebody's going to get hurt playing in that stadium. Like, really bad. Like, the infrastructure is going to start deteriorating. I mean, that's exactly what happened at Candlestick Park a few years back. So, I mean, you got to get with the times. I'm sorry. So, hopefully this is our last year in Oakland. Put up the O one more time. And, you know, we'll see from there, man. We'll see from there. So now the new open date is August the 4th as opposed to July 31st, 2020. Now it is August 1st, 2020. Only a 4-day difference. And apparently they're projecting that the first preseason game is going to be August the 6th, 2020. So they're going to be cutting close, man. They're going to be cutting really close. Now the NFL will probably do the Raiders a favor and not make it August the 6th and maybe give them some time to move in as opposed to just throwing them in there 2 days after the opening date. So, yeah. I can't wait for that stadium, man. I'm so hyped. In other news, this was a story a few weeks ago, but I didn't mention it. So the Raiders are looking to play a preseason game in Canada. Canada. Cool. I don't mind Canada. Canada's like the little brother to the United States. It's like the same exact thing, but just different. You know, different states and different rules, laws rather. Why not? Why not go to Canada? At least you're not going to China or London again. Canada would be really nice. It'd be a lot nicer than Oakland, that's for sure. But you know, I don't think the NFL's ever experimented with Canada. So Raiders could be many at first, and the Raiders love to be many of first. So I wouldn't mind that at all. I really wouldn't mind us playing a preseason game in Canada. In fact, I think it'd be interesting because the Canadian people only get the CFL. Johnny Manziel just got kicked out of there, but you know, I mean, I feel like it'd be a big boom for the Canadian community. Sorry. So I feel like that would be cool. I think that'd be something different they would like to try. And you know what? I think Mark Davis would be all right with it. In other news, they're also looking to hold joint practices with the Los Angeles Rams in the offseason. Last year we held them with the Lions. So, but I wouldn't mind going to Canada. In fact, I would think about going to a Canada game. Why not? This is different down there. Try something new, NFL. Stop going to London and Mexico as your little fallback options. Try something new. I think that'd be quite interesting. I wouldn't mind Canada. Something different, you know? And I don't think the commissioner would be opposed to that either, actually. But yeah. That's pretty much all I got, guys. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Pretty much all I got. Well, we're 20 minutes. Well, yeah, 20 minutes in. Too bad this isn't a live stream, so I could take some of your guys' questions, but you guys can always leave them down in the description below. So, yeah. Trying to think of anything else I could have left out there. Donald Penn got released. I mean, that's not a big deal. We already saw that coming. After us getting Trent Brown and Colt Miller, you know, so. AB posted a hype video. It was pretty confusing, actually. They actually showed John Gruden with the haircut. Oh my God. Oh. I never want to see John Gruden like that ever again. Just saying, man. But yeah, Raider Nation. I mean, pretty much all I got. Pretty much all I got without taking your guys' questions. So, I mean, yeah. Getting closer to the draft. Woo woo. The Raiders scheduled okay, actually I want to talk about this too. So I've heard a lot of people just go wild and talk about Dwayne Haskins to the Raiders. I was watching a podcast the other day, and one of the guys on the podcast was sitting there making hot takes about how Gruden still doesn't believe in CARR and how CARR is going to get replaced by Dwayne Haskins because they're going to meet with him because the Raiders are going to host a private workout with Dwayne Haskins. First of all, I'm sick and tired. I'm getting pissed off about these Dwayne Haskins opinions. Second of all, if the Raiders didn't believe in Derek Carr, why would they give him Antonio Brown? Why would they give him Tyrell Williams? Why would they get him like two new offensive linemen? I mean, Antonio Brown's not going to want to be powered by a rookie. Antonio Brown has more power right now than Derek Carr and John Gruden combined. So I mean, like, huh? Okay. I'm gonna be posting my live reaction to the draft picks. If I see a quarterback come across that screen, I'm gonna go wild. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be infuriated. I'm gonna be mad, furious. Cause Derek Carr is the man. We didn't give Derek Carr all that money for anything. But I'm tired of these Dwayne Haskins thoughts. It ain't gonna happen. You know, to Mel Kiper and Bucky Brooks and Bucky Brooks actually said the Raiders were gonna take Drew Lock because he was gonna be a perfect fit with that West Coast offense. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Dwayne Haskins is good, and yeah, he has a way more polished skill set than what Kyler Murray does, but they're trying to stir up the competition. They're trying to get these teams on their toes to trade up. That's all it is. I mean, I know what it is, but these people love to get their change off the top, so, you know, woo! Yeah. But, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Raiders aren't going to take a quarterback, and if they do, I will be furious. I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be mad the same way I was mad last year when we did the draft live stream when the Raiders took Colt Miller and the player who I heavily scouted for the Raiders was taking the pick after in Tremaine Edmonds to the Bills. That's going to be the same exact emotions I will have if the Raiders even think about taking a quarterback with one of this year's first round picks. If they even think, I'm telling you. So, I mean, it ain't gonna happen. It just ain't. But yeah, all these draft analysts, yeah, get out of here. Only Mike Mayock, the true draft analyst, and John Gruden know what the heck we're doing. So, none of your opinions matter. None of your opinions matter. Get on. I know neither does mine, but you know, I'm here for the entertainment. I mean, the Raiders are moving to the entertainment capital of the world in the next few years, so why not? Anyways, Raider Nation, that's it. that's all I got for you guys tonight. Excuse me. Oh, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Once again, I sincerely apologize for the technical difficulties earlier in our first attempt of doing this live stream. I don't think I'm going to have my Wi-Fi back for the next few days, so you guys are going to have to start seeing videos like these, get used to them. I mean, what are you going to do? So, that's pretty much all I got, Raider Nation. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for putting up with my dang Wi-Fi. Thank you guys for putting up with my mom's Xfinity connections. And, yeah. Xfinity sucks, and, I'll see you guys later, Raider Nation. Have a good rest of your day, night, whenever you guys are watching this. Go Raiders.